Today I fucked up by trying to use a mouse jiggler at work and having it backfire for the entire company. Old story. Throwaway. Enjoy.
During the pandemic, we moved from working in the office to working from home as the world did during that time. Feels so long ago, doesn't it?
We were pretty productive in the office, but of course there were days when we'd feel off or down
and weren't able to get much done.
But we knew the patterns of our supervisor, so we'd just pretend to do work while he was walking around. We did always get our work done though, and we did it really well. But when we got to the pandemic, our boss signed us up for this system where it takes screenshots of your screen to see what you're doing and detects mouse movement, keyboard movement to make sure you're actually doing work. It rarely takes screenshots though, just tracks your mouse movement most of the time. My coworker told me, "Hey op, why don't we get a mouse jiggler? That way, we can just relax and do our own thing at home.
Just set it to a page where if captured, it'll be safe."
Sure thing, send me the link. For months we were just doing our own thing, much like in the office but better.
I could go out for drinks with my friends, watch some TV, and generally just take a breather whenever I needed to. Just had to leave the mouse jiggler on and no problem.
Everyone else was doing the same. But one day, I got way too careless and left the mouse jiggler on while I had a goddamn Jacksepticeye video playing.
The software took a screenshot. My boss was notified of this, and every single person got in trouble and had to delete the mouse jigglers on Zoom. It was such a lengthy process, and of all goddamn things, it had to be a Jacksepticeye video. My supervisor truly was livid at first and asked if we were doing this over the past few months, and we had to admit to everything. But our coworker also spoke up and asked him if he had noticed anything and if work was subpar and not meeting his standards, and he admitted that the work was still top-notch quality despite everything. We just had to submit weekly reports of what we'd done, which was still pretty easy thanks to that software, thankfully. So, I guess thanks to Jacksepticeye and my little fuck up, during the pandemic, our supervisor got off our backs a little and we could all continue what we were doing as usual with only a little bit of trouble.
Thanks, Sean. Too long did not read. Fucked up things for the whole office with a mouse jiggler. Jacksepticeye somehow saved the day. I don't understand. How did your boss make the connection between you watching YouTube and everyone using mouse jigglers?
Surely you were at your computer to watch the video? I went out to get drinks with my friends during the pandemic?
Why would a YouTube video make the connection to mouse jigglers?
Even if you're not allowed on YouTube, why would that be the result? This sounds like an ad for a YouTube channel more than an actual true story.
What was the name of the YouTuber you were watching? I'm not sure if you mentioned that.
Going out for drinks with friends in the middle of the workday? See those articles about bosses wanting people back in the office? This is fucking why.
Fiction or not, this puts that exact idea into management's head. Way to fucking go.
Know what I do when I want to step away for a bit?
I tell my PC, "Hey, stepping away for a bit, be back by XX time," and put my OO on. Today I fucked up by calling my boyfriend a different name. My boyfriend and I were going on our usual evening walk. I was catching him up on my day and telling him about my conversation with my mom, how she was telling my niece that I no longer live with my mom and that I live with my boyfriend now. Except when I told it to him I said my ex's name and not his name when I was retelling it. I corrected myself but it was too late, he was already upset. Which is understandable, I would be angry and hurt if it happened to me. The thing is I have no idea why I said that, he was not on my mind at all and yet his name slipped out. Now he isn't speaking to me and I don't know what to do and I feel terrible about it. Too long did not read. I called my boyfriend my ex's name when telling a story of a conversation I had with my mom about him to him and now he won't speak to me and I feel terrible. Wow, all of you people are talking about the man needing thicker skin or something. Did we forget that men have insecurities too? Fuck sake. If he doesn't want to accept an apology yet that's completely okay. I'm not gonna get into the complexities as to why you did say your ex's name and whatnot. What I will say, though, is that apologize to him and reassure him a lot. Show him and tell him why you chose him over your ex. Give him hugs and kisses. Edit. And don't forget to validate his feelings. Then communicate how you feel in all this. My now wife shares the same name as my last ex. Chess, not checkers.
Internet is still amazing. If it was a man that slipped up and referred to his ex, the man would have been absolutely castigated over still not being over his ex, cheat in waiting, blah blah.
Hope this is not a gender reversal internet reaction test? Personally, I'd like to know the why before trying to figure out, is this a justified reaction to what did happen? So towards the why. 1. How long were you with your ex, and long have you been with your current partner? 2.
What was the breakup and the start to ex like, and the start to the current?
3.
How often do you make similar errors? GIF. Giphy. BCU7 LHBNEACMZOAV8Z. Downsized.
Oof. That's a doozy. Any other name could be explained but your ex's. Even if it's subconscious, your ex is obviously on your mind. I would not be happy if my wife did that. Today I fucked up by logging into Windows with my school account. Issue solved, edit at bottom. Well, actually I messed up quite some years ago when I first did that. Way back when I first got my PC, it prompted me to log into Windows using a Microsoft account. The only Microsoft account I had at the time was the one I had been using for school for many years. I did have one other account but I had forgotten the credentials. So, lazy stupid kid me used that school account to create the account for my PC. I had always been anxious about what would happen after I lose access to my school account. Well, today is that day. I graduated high school a while ago and now my school account, the one I used to log into my only user account on my PC, got deleted. Well, I should still be able to log in, right? Well, no. I cannot log into my PC anymore. Years of data, games, apps, music, password files. All gone. And there is no way for me to get them back. The only way I could do that is if I could make another admin user account on my PC and use that to somehow recover the files. The problem is, I can't do that without my school account. My only option is to start all over again. Too long did not read. I used my school's account to make my Windows user account. Now that school account got deleted and I lost access to all of my data.
Edit. I contacted an IT person. He got around the issue by booting into a Windows USB stick and doing magic in CMD, logging in as an administrator account and making a new administrator account for me to use.
The issue is fixed, thank you for the responses. For people reading this in the future, please make copies of your data.
Thank you once again to everyone that commented.
Reach out to the school's IT director.
They can fix this for you.
The files are still on your computer. No worries. I am sure this happens a lot more than they say. Send an email to a support person explaining the situation. See what things you have to do to prove it's you. You can add a local admin account to the PC with the recovery options. Once you log in with that, you can give yourself access to your files. Google how or DM me. I've used this a few times previously, should be able to create a new administrator account to access the PC again. Restart PC and disconnect from Wi-Fi and log in again.
You are welcome.
Today I fucked up by eating an incredibly spicy pepper in front of a girl. So today I was out on a date with a girl I've liked for a long time. So I finally took her out and we were having a great time until I took her to dinner.
We went to a nice Mexican place and I ordered chicken fajitas, and this is what it all went wrong.
I noticed that on the side there was a pepper.
I asked and it was a serrano pepper, and while trying to impress her, I ate almost the entirety of the pepper. The spiciest thing I can handle is a jalapeno, so I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but anyway I took a huge bite and tried to chew and swallow.
I swallowed a tiny bit of it before almost throwing up. I spit it out and tears and some snot rolled down my face and I had to ask the waiter if they had milk I could drink. I also had to ask for my date's water and I ordered a sorbet to help cool my mouth.
This is either something we will laugh about in 5 years or something she might not want to go out with me again after crying from a pepper.
I'm typing this up while she runs to the bathroom, so I imagine when she comes back it will be pretty awkward. Too long did not read.
I ate a hot pepper in front of my crush, cried and nearly threw up, had to ask for milk in a restaurant, and drunk her water and had some ice cream to help me cool my mouth down.
Update. First I would like to say thanks for all the comments and I hope you guys got a good laugh over my misfortune, and here's the update. So yes, she did eventually come back.
The rest of the date went surprisingly well.
She actually ended up laughing it off and started making jokes about it.
When she came back I said, "I think I handled that well." And she started laughing hard, so I might have clutched. I felt like it was one of the times where laughter was the best medicine, you know. She was in the bathroom for a long enough time for me to think that she might have texted or called a few people and told them about me, but she came back, so I'm hoping she was always planning on returning.
Anyway, I dropped her off and about an hour later she texted me a picture of a glass of milk.
After that I think she's a keeper, so I'm gonna ask her out again tomorrow, so wish me luck. Lol, did she come back?
She definitely just talked to her friend about it in the bathroom, rolling on the floor laughing.
Did she come back?
If so, I need an update.
I feel for you, my man. What girl is impressed by what you can eat?
It's one of those moments where laughter might just be the best medicine.
Can't wait to hear the update.
Aren't serrano peppers only slightly spicier than jalapenos?
Edit. I could see this being a really cute thing in the future if you two stick together, where you take her back there and try and eat the same pepper every year.
Honestly, if she's a keeper, she'll probably find the whole thing hilarious in hindsight.
Just play it cool, laugh it off, and don't sweat it too much.